Today I'll be talking about a very important topic, that how we manage grade 7 baldness. The challenges in grade 7 patients are deciding a good hairline position and to give a reasonably good density for the whole recipient area. In grade 7 patients whose age is less than 35, the challenges are that they have very high expectations and their donor is small. Because of the progression of the baldness in coming 5-10 years, there is a risk of donor miniaturization. They may not agree to give beard because these days there is a fashion to keep a good beard. In grade 7 patients of age more than 50, the challenges are of different type. Their donor becomes even more lesser and their hair become thinned out. They generally have grey hair. The good thing is that usually their expectations are lesser and usually they are ready to donate beard for transplant. The most important thing is to keep the hairline at a distance of 9 to 10 centimeters above the glabella. So the higher the hairline, lesser will be the number of grafts required to attain a full coverage or maximal coverage. The second is the hairline shape. A V-shaped hairline is conservative and it consumes lesser grafts for more coverage. A U-shaped hairline, which is rounded, consumes more grafts for equal amount of coverage. The decision between a V-shaped or U-shaped hairline is primarily decided by the skull shape. We also take the help of body hair like beard and chest hair to cover a larger area as the graft requirement is more. So other than the areas like hairline, temporal points, central part of the whirl of the crown, lateral humps. So these are the areas which require exclusively scalp follicular units. Other than these areas, we can use beard, and a good intelligent mixture of scalp and beard plays a vital role in achieving a good coverage. Another trick is graded density. This is practically used in all patients of advanced hair loss. In this, we create an illusion by doing an aggressive implantation in the front and lesser density behind. So like in the front we keep 40 to 45 grafts per square centimeter, and as we go behind we reduce it up to 20 to 25 grafts per square centimeters. Yet another technique is the differential density. We put more grafts along the parting area. If the patient wants to part their hair like this, we put more density here and lesser here. We can also leave some area on this side totally untouched if the grafts are too less in number. If they are parting their hair like this, then we will keep the density more here and less here. We should pay a lot of importance to the forelock also. Forelock is the central part of mid scalp just behind the hairline. So this area has to be voluminous and dense. We make it optimally dense. If we make it too dense, then the chances of necrosis are there. If we make it too sparse, then it doesn't look cosmetically nice. So we should plant triples or quadruples in this zone, and there should be a good volume in the forelock zone. The forelock can be shield shaped, oval shaped or rounded shaped. We should avoid recreating temporal points in young patients with grade 7 baldness. When we are doing crown in a grade 7 patient, especially if he is young, then we should combine with medical management in the form of oral finasteride and topical minoxidil to reduce the peripheral zone of baldness in the crown and to recover it as much as possible just with medical management, so the graft requirement in the crown is lesser and we can deliver denser, better results in the crown.